Okay, I'm going to quickly go over the Lee family case, also known as the Calgary Newfie family. Chris and Christine. I made this little chart video for you guys to see. There's Tristan, born in '04, Tegan, born in '09, and Owen, born in 2012. So there's all their ages. They attended St. Stephen's Catholic School in Calgary from September 2018 to March 2009 when the incident happened. So I will show this page again last, and we'll go over it so quickly. So on October 24th, 2019, there was a traumatic kidnapping of the Lee children. There was a 6-hour standoff, one helicopter, 4 EMTs, 27 plus police officers. Mr. Chris Lee was held at gunpoint and both parents handcuffed. It was a very traumatizing incident. So this is the events that led to the children being taken away. So Michael Gallant was the principal of St. Stephen Catholic School. Owen was under his care when the abuse happened, and Owen had described the abuse to his mother. So Owen had a diagnosis of herpes on March 12, 2009, from Remington Dermatology. And so the people involved, or the unions that are protecting Michael, are the Teachers Union, the Teachers Association, which is actually like the Teachers Union. Find out where it was created and you'll get the gist of it. And the Calgary Catholic School Board. So John McDonald was the superintendent, learning services of Catholic School District in Calgary, and Bishop William McGrattan, he's the Roman Catholic Diocese of Calgary. Brian Sleesmaz, I don't know how to pronounce that, Chief Superintendent of the Calgary Catholic School Board. So these are all documented people that have had some sort of letter sent or involvement or response to the family or are in care of them. So that's what this is, just to name all of the people that are involved. So excuse my hands here. So in the courts, we have Judge Stephen E. Lipton signed documents to remove children on the court November 25th of 2019. He gave custody to the director. Other cases linked to the same judge are Enbridge Oil. Judge Lipton had kids removed because of an oil deal. The 7 Mohawk babies were kidnapped over the Ring Road deal with Judge Lipton involved. Several other kidnapping from one parent who was a good parent and given custody to the other parent who was involved in satanic ritual abuse or was abusive. So, of other notes, other corrupt judge involved is Judge Randolph Shaw. So, one thing to point out, I'm just going to try and place this carefully down, is this person, Amanda Anthony. She was a commissioner of oaths for the courthouse, and now she's the lead caseworker for all 3 children. So, she was originally working there, and now she's a social worker. So that doesn't make any sense to me personally, but the police that were involved, Constable Karen McLeod was the one who took the file, case number CA 19193202, District 6, Calgary Police Services. That was on May 10th, 2019. Constable Christopher Harris was the first officer that was involved in the kidnapping on October 24th, 2019. He led everyone into the house the day of abduction. These constables are all from District 6, with the exception of Mark Neufeld, the Calgary Police Chief. There's financial and photographic proof that he's already, that word, can't say it, links to that 2 words. He is labeled the most corrupt police chief in Canada. So I've heard many stories over the past 3 years linking him to either police being thrown basically to the wolves, or him being responsible for other things that are not very good, including missing children and homelessness in the city. He is well aware of the tunnel system that runs through our city. So, Children's Services. Carrie Meyer was the assessor. She's the one who shut down the police investigation. These people all work at this 10233 Elbow Drive Southwest, Unit 60. So, Natalia Ribard was the initial caseworker, team lead. Uh, Now she works for Calgary Counseling. Natasha Gillis, first caseworker, now with FCSS. Heather Wolf, all three children on file before the October 24th, so it was premeditated before the kidnapping. Barbara Langford Fries is an assessor. Linda Shima, an intake worker who's on Owen's files, apparently an adoption specialist. Excuse me. It's kind of hard to do. But anyways, more Children's Services. Deborah Tallman, she was the truancy officer who was a social worker who basically kept harassing the Lee family to re-enroll their children after the abuse was reported to police. So for that person, it's actually their job is to keep people in the system, the Catholic school system, because it's money. It's money for the Catholic school board. Linda Erickson, overall head manager, same of the Children's Services. Clayton Probersney, assessor, frontlines, men. Adela, I'm not even going to pronounce that last name, children's current caseworker. Okay. Unag Graham, intake worker. Gurdeep Tawana, under Linda. That's the person right under the manager. And Hannah Jarrett, caseworker, who took over from Natasha. She was a weak witness, Natasha was, so they replaced her with Hannah. Shadeen Ogun Dimu, support counselor for Woods Homes. Now, this is where it gets really interesting. This John Dahl, even more interesting if it wasn't before. He's a psychologist program director at Hull Services. So his wife is the liaison at the Catholic school. So he did the parent capacity assessment. And he's the only professional witness against the mother. So, Children's Services. Nicola Bond, owner director of Assure Community Services, not licensed, not registered social worker, was sent to Woods Home to work with one-on-one with Owen. Tried to have Father Chris falsely charged for beating her up and stealing her purse. Nothing came of that, other than they were arrested. He was arrested. Todd Reed, Assure worker, not licensed, not registered. Next one was trying to falsely, that was the next person trying to falsely accuse the father. Cassandra Baptiste, another Assure worker, not licensed, not registered. Tristan's big sister, quote unquote, or indoctrinator, trying to mentally break her down right now. So, Children's Services. More. David Gillard, Assure worker. Sheila Newton, Assure worker. Donna Cornachia, Assure worker. All three lied in court. Kimberly Iverson, a admin assistant at the Children's Hospital, had recently had Owen diagnosed with autism and a mental delay. I don't know what an admin assistant is doing, even suggesting that. Jerry Lynn E. Ninowski, child development assessor. Janice Ducalo, speech assessor. Both of those people are paid by the court. The doctors involved, some more paid by the court people and paid by the system. Dr. Roxanne Goldade, children's pediatrician, reported all three healthy to parents, then called Children's Services after they left, and their address is 10333 Southport Road, ironically. Take note of the addresses and what districts these people work is. There's no coincidences, and these addresses actually line up, some of them, into a triangle, believe it or not. Dr. Lori Walker at the Sunny Hill Pediatric reports children's services and won't meet the parents without social worker present. And Dr. Bruce Perry, who Amazing Polly did a special investigation into Assure and all of these names, so she's got more information. So please watch that on the Lee family. You can find Amazing Polly on Rumble. So, and the link should be on Freedom for Space My Children. And those two words, all one word. So the lawyers involved, and the Bar Association is protecting them as well as the judges. The Robert Lee stole the Lee's money in Edmonton, involved with big class action lawsuits. Had a lunch meeting with the judge, and now he's the children's services lawyer. Like, I'm telling you, this is ridiculous. Helen Banks originally did well for the Lees, but when the parental guardianship order trial she changed her stance. Meetings without Lee's knowledge, behind Lee's back. And Ken Hogue is another lawyer involved. So let me see if I have any more. I might have one more. Yes, I do. So, the lawyers, again, Bar Association. Julie Elhart, Tegan's lawyer appointed by the court, friends with the Director of Children's Services, another friendship. Lori Hanituk, I don't know. Owen Tristan's lawyer appointed by the court, friends with the director. And Kim Berlin, Children's Services lawyer, director's lawyer. So, of course, they're friends of the lawyer, the directors, because they're all friends. Anyways, back to the Lee family case. I would like to encourage everybody, just knowing the details of the case, to follow up on Freedom for Space My Children on Facebook, and you can find at Raven Moonstone Art on Telegram. You will find all these photos, and then you will also find this video on Rumble, and you will find this video on YouTube. Thank you for watching. I really appreciate it. Get the word out.